In his best-selling book, Atomic Habits, James Clear wrote that you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And he explains that everybody has goals. A lot of people have the same goals. You enter a race and everybody in that race has the goal that they want to win that race. But the person that wins is the one that had the best system to train and prepare to win that race. So he says that while goals are important, it's more important that you have systems that can get you to those goals. So when we're talking about money, what are your goals? Well, let's take a step back and first establish your values. There are a few values that we can have around goals. Is it a value of yours to be debt-free? Is it a value, is it important to you to be saving every month a portion of your paycheck? Is it important to you to have money in the bank, have an emergency fund? Or do you want to accumulate credit card points? One of the first steps in accumulating wealth is defining what your values are. What you find important. Is free time important? Is working important? What kind of balance do you want? Establishing those values so then you can establish systems that will support those values and support what those goals are. So take a second and write down what your values are, your money values, and then your money goals. And then we're going to talk about some systems that I've found that are have been beneficial to me, that allowed me to reach retirement and financial independence, and that a lot of clients that I worked with as a financial planner also use to help them. Okay, so number one is checking your accounts every day. This sounds like a bit of a pain, especially if you have a lot of accounts. You've got your bank account, your savings account, your brokerage account, maybe your 401k. Probably don't need to check that all the time, but at least check your bank account or your credit card account every day. And why is this? I've found it helpful for a couple of reasons. One is it gets you used to seeing your money, seeing where it goes. You learn really quickly where your money is going when you're looking at it every single day. And two, it's hard, especially when you don't have a lot of money in your account, you avoid looking at it. And if you avoid looking at it, then it's a lot easier to spend. As the consultant Peter Drucker used to say, what gets measured gets managed. So if you measure it, if you look at it, if you look at the numbers every day, then it's a lot easier for you to manage your money because you're not afraid of it and you know exactly where it's going. So log into your checking account at least your checking account every day to learn where your money is going. Number two money system is to pay off your credit card at least once a month. I like to do it twice a month, every time in the middle of the month and in the beginning of the month around paycheck, because that makes it so I never go overboard and I know where my money is going. I never go over limit. I know where my money is going and the chunks are a little bit smaller so it's more manageable and I can log in twice a month and pay it. At least pay off your balance every single month so you're not carrying a balance and getting into credit card debt. Number three is pay yourself first. Something as entrepreneurs we learn right away that you should be doing as an entrepreneur, and even if you don't have a business, is to pay yourself first. Meaning that you take money out of your paycheck anytime you get money that's not your paycheck and it goes into your accounts. It goes into your 401k, goes into your IRA, goes into your brokerage account. Some money goes into your emergency fund. I have several other additional savings accounts at my bank that I have some money set aside for a car, which is car repairs or buying a new car someday. I don't have a car payment, so I take what would have been my car payment and I put it into an account for those repairs and a future car. I've got money set aside in an account that I transfer money every month for my house in case I need to get a new roof someday, emergencies. So I've got separate accounts for different emergencies and different things that I'm saving for, which makes it so much easier for when I have those unexpected expenses come up or expected expenses. Like I know I'm going to need a new car someday. That's expected, so I can take the next few years and save a little bit every month. So pay yourself first. Take that money out and put it into the separate accounts, whether it's savings or investing, both of those. Because if you don't pay yourself first, we find that the money just gets spent. If you invest or save the money that's left over, it will be much less because we adjust we adjust the level of our spending to the level of our income. And then that doesn't leave any room for investing. So third system is to pay yourself first. And number 4 is to have a budget. Whether you use a spreadsheet or an app like YNAB, you need a budget. Anything that you can use that will help you budget and know where your money is going. So before you get paid, you know you've assigned $1 and you know where that dollar is going to be going. That this amount of money is going to a mortgage, this amount of money is going to groceries. And keep track of your budget. Especially if you're preparing for or you're already in retirement, it's very important to have a budget and be used to living by a budget. That makes living in retirement, living on a fixed set amount of money, so much easier, so much less stressful if you've already accustomed yourself to living on a budget and knowing where your money is going. Number 5, and this is one that you don't hear a lot much about, kind of something that my wife invented, is that every week, every Sunday night, we do a weekly finance meeting where we review the week, how much we've spent, money coming in, any expenses coming up in the week, how our portfolio is doing. The most beneficial thing about this weekly meeting is it helps us to communicate about money. They say that the number 1 cause of a divorce is money. And we think that maybe that's because it's not having a lot of money, but actually it's a lack of communication about money that is the big problem in marriages and relationships, because we don't talk about money. In our culture, we're taught to not discuss how much you make, not discuss what you have. It's kind of taboo in our culture, so we don't talk about money. We don't share our money triumphs or our money challenges. And then when it comes to our relationships, we have the same feeling. We don't want to talk about the difficulties we have with money. If we spend a lot of money or have a big bill coming up, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to log into our checking accounts. We just kind of push it to the side. So having a weekly meeting to review where you are financially, for me, really helped my wife and I reach our goals much faster and learn to talk about money with each other. That has made a huge difference for us. And lastly, number 6 is have a binder that has all of your statements. And this kind of ties in with having the weekly meeting, that you can pull out that binder and you've got all of your statements, a list of your goals and your values of money. You've got your estate planning documents or your life insurance and everything all in one place. So it makes it so much easier to have that weekly meeting, and then everything is in one place, which makes it easy come tax time. You've got all your statements. If you have any questions, you can go back to the binder and refer to all of the documents there. If something should happen to you, you've got all your life insurance information, all your brokerage accounts, and everything all in one place, nice and organized. So those are my 6 tips for having a system. Going back to James Clear again, is we fall to the level of our systems. In other words, we're only as good as the systems we have. So the better the systems we are, the more likely better the systems we have, the more likely we are to achieve our goals. So if you've got anything you want to add to this, any systems that you use that work really well, please comment below and share with us. And if you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you want more tips on personal finance, then go to morningdownload.com and subscribe to my daily newsletter. And the link is below the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.